God's with us in the painful memories. I've walked through this with people in the counseling world a few times. God's with us in the painful memories. A lot of times, well, let me ask you this. Do you believe that Jesus is the healer? A lot of times people are having trouble getting past a certain behavior, a certain habit, a certain feeling, depression, whatever it might be, anxiety, racing thoughts. And when we talked earlier about the root of our behaviors, for many people, the root of that is some kind of painful thing that we've just pushed down. We're not going to think about that. It's in the past. I don't want to think about it anymore. And sometimes we even use spiritual reasons to not think about that because like, oh, well, God saved me, so that's no longer a part of who I am. The problem is sometimes those painful memories still creep up in form of anger and other behaviors. And over the years, I've had the privilege of walking some people through facing these painful memories. And I want to just show you just an example of how God can do that for us. A lot of people avoid it. And at first I thought it was because it's kind of like a theological kind of weird thing, but I don't think it's so much that. I think people avoid painful memories because they're scared of what might happen. You might lose control of your emotions if you face that memory. And another reason people avoid the painful memories is when we walk through this activity with them, this prayer, people are scared that they're going to ask God, where were you? And they're not going to get an answer. And they're going to feel like God abandoned them. I want to let you know that God does not abandon you. Here's what happens when somebody has the courage to face those painful memories is I'll have them with me and I'll let them know like, hey, you're not alone. I'm with you. Jesus is with you. We're going to face that memory. We're going to think about what happened. I know you've been spending your whole life trying not to think about it. But we are going to think about it. We're going to face it. And yeah, it's hard. But here's what happens a lot of time, this beautiful thing, where I asked him, okay, what do you think Jesus would say to you here? And by the way, we make sure that everything that they experience from Jesus is in line with what already says in his word. And here's a lot of times what happens. They realize they're facing that memory. They're like, you know what? I believe that God's telling me that he's with me. That he never meant for that person to hurt me. That person made a bad choice. But just as much as it broke my heart, it broke his heart. And I really believe that Jesus is telling me, like, I never meant to leave you. I never left you. You were never alone. I was always with you. Even when you didn't think I was holding you together. And by the way, what that person meant to hurt you, I'm going to use that for something beautiful that you can't even imagine right now. I'm going to do something in your life that you're not going to be able to explain, but what the enemy meant for evil, I'm going to turn to good. I'm with you. I haven't neglected you. I haven't abandoned you. I know you don't understand why you had to go through that, but I promise if you trust me, I'm going to take that and I'm going to use it for something beautiful. He's with us. Whatever you've walked through, whatever you've been through, whatever you're currently experiencing right now, he's with us.